Welcome to the show. Let's get right to it. Since the last video, the Kings have gone 1-1. They beat the Nuggets, lost to the Pelicans last night, so they got eliminated out of the in-season tournament. And they on Friday they faced the loser of the Lakers and the Suns. But let's go back to their game against the Nuggets. In my last video, I said Sabonis needed to be that aggressive Sabonis back from the road trip where he was going out. He was getting close to 30 points, 20 to 30 points a game, getting rebounds, getting assists. These last two games, he was back to that aggressive Sabonis, the one that we need to see. Against the Nuggets, 17 points, 15 rebounds, 7 assists. That's the Sabonis we need. If he's like that, the Kings are going to be hard to stop with Fox and Sabonis, a two-headed monster. Those two will be tough to stop. But he's got to be consistent. He can't have those games like he did against the Warriors and the Clippers where he's only getting 9 points, 11 points. We need him to be that big guy down low to get them tired and get the score and get those rebounds. Get the rebounds to start the fast break. But the last two games he's been doing well. Against the Nuggets, like I said, the Nuggets were on a back-to-back, so they were a little bit tired against the Sun or playing the Suns the night before, traveling on a back-to-back. It's bound to happen. You're bound to be dead. Your legs aren't going to be there. You're going to start missing jump shots. With the King style running up and down, you get behind. It's going to be tough to get back up once you get back catching up. There's a couple they got within 5, and the next thing you know, it was back up to 10. So the Kings did a good job with keeping that pressure up. Last night they lost to the Pels, and it's just not a good matchup. They're 0-3 against the Pelicans this year. The first two times it was Williamson going off and Valanciunas. Valanciunas still had I believe it was 23 points last night, or no, 17 points. So he still did well, but they limited Zion Williamson. Zion only had 10.6 rebounds, 6 assists, so they kept him in check. The problem was the wings. The Kings could not stop the wing players. Almost all their wings guys scored close to 20 points, if not more. And Kings in the first half of the first quarter, they were on fire. And then after that, then all of a sudden, like at the halfway mark, it just all fell apart. They were up by 15 at one point, and then at the end of the first quarter, they were only up by a point, and they couldn't recover from that. They got down, I believe it was like up to 15. They got down. They worked it in the third and fourth down to like 4 points, 2 points, and then it just ballooned again. One of those where they got so far behind. By the time they got it close, they were just out of energy, couldn't get shots to fall. Next thing you know, 10, 15-point lead again, or deficit again. So last night, like I said, it wasn't really the inside guys, it was the wings. They shot 45% from 3. It's going to be tough to beat anybody if you're allowing them to shoot 45% from 3 and 54% overall. That's a tough. I mean, if you're allowing a team to do that, you're not going to win many games. It's as easy as that. That's just not playing any defense, allowing wide open shots. You have to stay on your guys. You have to get rebounds. You can't let them get multiple rebounds. Next is just for some reason the Pelicans, they're not a team the Kings want to face. They're just 0-3. And honestly, until they can find someone to replace Barnes, Kings aren't going to go anywhere. They're just going to be a mediocre team. He had, I believe, like 4 points last night, and he's just not athletic enough to guard these younger guys that can just blow by him on defense. He's only getting maybe 4 rebounds a game, so he's just not providing anything. He's not tradable till December 29th, so hopefully they're kind of behind the scenes working on a trade to say, hey, once this time comes up, here you go. Just don't know who would want Barnes. Maybe a young team looking for that veteran leadership that the Kings, you kind of used him for the last couple of years, but time will tell. But last night, Domas, he played very well again, just like the Pelicans game. 26 points, 13 rebounds, and 10 assists. Nice triple double. And he played well. Fox played well. Monk played well. And that was about all. The bench, no one on the bench scored more than 5 points besides Monk. And you just can't, that's all you have, you're not going to win. You need everyone to contribute. And the bench just was not there last night. I don't know what happened, but like I said, they would get close, and then all of a sudden they might start missing shots, and next thing you know, it's a blowout again. Yeah, the wings just went off. Bench no showed. We need more from the bench. They need a backup point guard that's going to do something offensively. Keon Ellis, I mean, he's nice, but he's just not. There's nothing. He's very rarely does he make his jump shot. Last night he had 5 points. And that's the problem with Davion Mitchell. He's a decent defender, but this year he's been using a lot of hands. So he's been getting hand checks like crazy. He comes in within 2 minutes, he's got 2 fouls. It's like, oh my God. So he's got to come out right away. So I do like Ellis a little bit better than Mitchell just because Ellis is a little bit taller. So he provides he's a little bit harder to shoot over if he happens to be on the forward, to where Davion, they just rise up over him and shoot over him. Like Klay Thompson for the game winner in Golden State. He just rose up over him, easy buckets. To where at least Keon Ellis, a little bit taller, a little bit tougher to shoot over, but just nothing offensive. They've kind of been going to this hybrid Monk point guard when Fox isn't in, to where Monk will bring down the ball, and then they'll do that dribble handoff or the screen and roll with either McGee or Domas, whoever's in the game. They've been doing a lot of that with Monk, which is, I mean, it's easy, or they make it look easy. So it's easy. He's real good at dishing up, lob. So he's real good with the ball in his hands. Herter, he's really stepped up lately. Even if he's not scoring, he's getting a lot of rebounds. He got 5 rebounds last night, which is big for him. I said, if he's not shooting well, at least he's still playing some defense, still getting the rebounds. It was nice to have Keegan back last night, but he did have to leave a little bit last night. His back started acting up, but luckily he was able to go back in. That game against the Nuggets, he just looked lost. You could tell he had been out. He didn't look good at all. But it was good to see him back in there last night playing. Hopefully the back doesn't act up anymore and he'll be good to go. But with backs, you just never know. So yeah, let me know in the comments below what you feel. Should they trade Barnes, just move him to the bench, have someone else start? Maybe I don't know. Dorte, they had him start when Murray was out, but that just didn't work out. Maybe Sasha, but I don't know if they can play him long stints right now. I just don't know. Or maybe they can trade, not get another forward, but maybe a big 5, move Domas to the 4, and they got the center starting. I don't know. Hopefully they're working on something. I mean, that's their next step. They can find that replacement for Barnes. I feel like that'll be the next step up. That's how they'll improve. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Hit subscribe. I'm up to 20 subscribers. Let's see if we can get up to 22. Just slowly get up. Till the next episode. See you later.